Good morning, students. This is a short video on the innervation or nerve supply of the muscles. Okay, so this is the part of the general anatomy from the chapter of muscles where I will tell you some facts about the nerve innervation or the nerve supply of the skeletal muscle. You know that the skeletal muscle of the trunk and abdomen and I mean say the thorax, abdomen and the limbs are supplied by the spinal nerves. Okay, they take their origin from the anterior horn cell, which are motor neurons in the spinal cord, and then their axons comes out through the ventral root, and through the posterior or ventral ramus they go right up to the skeletal muscle of the limbs or trunk and supply it. Okay, now we will learn about this motor unit or the pattern in which this motor neuron they supply the skeletal muscle fibers. So I am moving to the next slide. Now this is called as motor unit. That means the here in this diagram what you are, just let me bring the pointer here, and in this diagram you will see that okay, the this is a motor neuron. Say for example it is located in the spinal cord anterior horn cell, and this motor neuron is sending the axon. This axon is reaching right up to the skeletal muscle, and this axon is innervating the muscle fibers, okay, at the junction of the neuromuscular junction. That means this is the junction of the terminal end of the axon branch, and it is innervating to a muscle fiber. Excuse me. Now, thus this single motor neuron is innervating at least 4 skeletal muscle fibers through its branches, terminal branches of the axons. Okay, axon. Now, this we have to learn what is a motor unit. Okay, what is a motor unit? A motor unit is defined as the number of muscle fiber supplied by a single motor neuron. For example, here in this example, theoretically it is not so less. Okay, the number of more muscle fibers, skeletal muscle fibers are 4, and they are supplied by a single motor neuron. Hence its motor unit is 4. Okay, it is, so it is a very small, because a single skeletal muscle fiber contains thousands and thousands of the muscle fibers, and to this muscle fibers, I mean say to this skeletal muscle, okay, there may be the motor neuron which may be supplying, a single motor neuron may supply the few muscle fibers, say for example 10, 20, hundreds, few hundreds, or a single motor neuron may also supply in some of the muscle thousands of the muscle fiber, thousands of muscle fiber. So the motor unit may be small or motor unit may be a large. That means number of muscle fibers supplied by a single motor neuron may be few fibers or may be many fibers. Okay, that is defined as the motor unit. Now, usually the skeletal muscles of the limbs and the trunk, they are supplied, I mean say around 150 muscle fibers, skeletal muscle fibers are supplied by a single, that is a normal, okay, it is usual, okay, usual, okay, and this, the benefit of this is that all the muscle fibers which are supplied by a single motor neuron, they will contract and relax together, because the nerve impulse will generate from that motor neuron will simultaneously will reach to all the muscle fibers which are innervated or supplied by a single motor neuron. That is the significance of the motor unit. Okay, motor unit. As I said previously also, a muscle may contain thousands of the fibers, okay, and so hundreds of the motor neurons will be needed to supply a single muscle. Say for example, your biceps muscle, okay, which is present in arm, is supplied by the musculocutaneous nerve, which you will learn soon if you have not learned, and this biceps muscle of the arm may contain say about 15 to 20 or 30,000 muscle fibers, and then this muscle will need so many motor neurons to supply it. As I said that mostly 150 are usually 150 muscle fibers are innervated, are supplied by a single motor neuron. So you can calculate how many motor neurons will be needed to innervate that muscle. Okay, innervate that muscles, right? Okay. Now, let us come to this last slide about the motor unit. Okay, a large number of skeletal muscle fibers are innervated by single motor neuron in muscles where powerful movements are needed. Why we are studying this motor unit? Number of motor fibers, number of muscle fibers supplied by a single motor neuron. There are some muscles in our body like deltoid muscle or the calf muscle in our leg or the gluteal muscle in our buttock region. These are the very powerful muscles and they are made up of thousands and thousands of muscle fibers are present. Okay, and these muscle fibers, thousands of muscle fibers are present in single muscle. For example, deltoid is a multipinnate muscle. Muscle fibers are small but there are thousands of fibers in a single muscle. Okay, same is true for calf and same is true for the gluteal muscles. Okay, so these are the muscle fibers where a single motor neuron will supply thousands of fibers. Say for example, a single motor neuron instead of supplying, okay, usually to 150 may supply to 200, may supply to not 200, may supply to 2000 or it may supply to 3000 muscle fiber. This is called as large motor unit. Okay, large. And what is the utility of large motor unit where a single motor neuron is supplying to the thousands of muscle fibers? Now this provides the strength to the muscle. Okay, where a single motor neuron will supply to a large muscle fiber. Muscles are usually powerful, they are coarse movements are there, but these muscles, they are very powerful muscle. Our deltoid is very powerful, our gluteal muscle are very powerful, and then our calf muscles are very powerful muscles are there. On other hand, if we see the opposite motor unit, I mean to say where a small motor unit is there, in this a single motor neuron supplied a small number of muscle fibers. Okay, okay, and these muscles where a small motor unit is seen, okay, they are the muscles of eye which moves our eyeball, the muscles which move our fingers, okay, or which move our vocal cord when we speak. Okay, when we speak. So here the motor unit is as small as 15, 20 or 30 skeletal muscle fiber supplied by a single motor neuron. So this is really a very small. What is the utility of the muscles which have the small motor unit? Why it is so? Because here the muscles, they are involved in the movements which are delicate, precise movement. For example, our eyes are moving, okay, right and left eye, they move in the same direction and with the same speed they move. One move in one direction, the other will move in opposite direction of that, and they are quite balanced movement is seen in our eyeball. Muscle which moves the eyeball, they are called as extraocular muscles. Okay, and they have the small motor unit. Okay, similarly we do the very precise and delicate movement, I mean say functions with our fingers. Okay, we can do make the, I mean say we are the only animals in the animal kingdom where our hand can do the lot of the fine movements. Okay, with the help of finger we can do many precise embroidery or writing or a screw opening or closing of a screw or just working on a delicate parts of a machine we can do with the help of our fingers. That's why the muscles which move our finger, they have the small motor unit. This is in contrast to the large motor unit of the powerful muscle. Power is not here. but the precision and delicate movement is there. That is the difference between a large motor unit and a small motor unit. I hope that you have understood what is motor unit and why we should learn about the motor unit, okay, in different muscle. Thank you very much for just watching this short video on motor unit. Sometime it is asked in the short note in general anatomy. Thanks.